Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to share 3 rules I almost always use when I play war games. Doesn't matter what the rule set is, these are my sort of non-negotiables. If you haven't already, do please like and subscribe so you won't miss out in the future. So, what is the first rule? Command range. I think it's imperative that you limit, because often our commanders are slightly overpowered, or if not overpowered, they have features that allow them to really affect the battlefield. So depending on what time period you're fighting in, they need to have a command range where, unless they're within range, they can't affect the battle too much. And also, the closer they get to the front line, the higher the risk is for them to get wounded themselves. So I find that having command ranges is quite imperative in the game because it makes you have to make that choice. Am I going to send the commander forwards to try and rally that unit, although it means that he may get shot down? Or am I going to have my commander lead this assault, giving a morale boost, but again, risking his life? Really adds a bit of intensity to the battles, and also the decision making that you, as the overall commander, have to make. Next one is a good morale system. Now, most games do have morale of some description, but the way I like the games to be is instead of a unit just suddenly breaking really for no real reason, I like it to gradually build up. And you can see that they're starting to strain under the pressure, and then eventually they falter. But more than just that, I like it in my games whereby the whole army can potentially just give way. When one goes, then the neighbouring units have to roll, and you can have that sort of knock-on effect where unit after unit after unit give way, and you end up with a giant hole in your line, which happened historically. So when there are morale rules, I usually tweak them slightly, and in my own games, that sort of rule is in place, just because it means you've really got to manage your men and their morale well. And then finally, with activation, a lot of games are just I go, you go. Whereas for me, I prefer it when, if you gain the initiative, you are able to move multiple units to sort of develop your attack. But once you've moved those ones, it then kind of reverts back to the enemy getting their chance to do something themselves. So the initiative helps you, but it doesn't make it overwhelming so that you can do absolutely everything you want to. Again, I like rules whereby the commander can issue a certain number of a certain number of orders per turn, and the orders can be for entire, say, divisions. They could be brigades, or it could even be just for an individual regiment, but that commander only has X number. So when you're trying to figure out what you want to do on the table, you've got to really use your orders well. And I find that again adds to the friction in the game, because you can't just make them do everything. You might want to send the entire army forwards. Cool, you can use one of your orders to just command each of if you have 3 divisions, cool, all 3 divisions go forwards. But if you want to have a couple of units do an attack on the left and a couple of units attack on the right, and multiple different assaults in different locations, you're going to struggle to get it all off on the same turn. And that friction, I think, really adds to the suspense and the enjoyment of a good game. But anyway, those are my sort of go-to house rules. What are yours? Do you have any? Drop them in the comments below so that we can compare and talk about them. Until next time, guys, if you haven't already, do please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.